Your diesel engine starts acting like it has lost its soul, blowing black smoke and struggling to even idle. And suddenly you see that dreaded check engine light with the code P229A. This specific diagnostic trouble code is a serious one that basically means your powertrain control module has noticed the fuel pressure regulator number 2 is not keeping up with the pressure demands the engine needs to run correctly. This isn't just a small glitch, because in the world of high-pressure diesel systems, pressure is everything. And when the voltage in that control circuit drops too low, your fuel rail pressure falls off a cliff. Now, you might see this on a Volkswagen, a Ford, or a Chevy, but the core issue is usually the same because the powertrain control module uses the fuel pressure sensor on the rail to play a constant game of adjustment with the regulator's servo motor. When the computer sends more voltage, the valve opens to crank up the pressure, and when it backs off the voltage, the pressure should drop. If the computer sees that the actual pressure is way off from what it is commanding, it throws this code and might even put your truck into a limp mode to save the engine from damage. You need to treat this as a severe issue because incorrect fuel pressure can destroy your injectors or even your catalytic converter over time. When you start digging into this, always check for technical service bulletins first, because sometimes a simple software update for the powertrain control module can fix a phantom pressure reading. If that is not it, you will need to get your hands dirty with a digital voltometer to check the wiring and the regulator itself. Look for any signs of burnt wires or loose pins at the connector, because a little bit of corrosion goes a long way in messing up these sensitive voltage signals. If the wiring looks solid, you might actually have a physical failure in the regulator or the sensor, which are often tucked away in the same housing. Just remember to be extremely careful, because those diesel fuel rails hold an incredible amount of pressure that can be dangerous if you just start unbolting things without following the proper safety steps. It is always a good idea to verify the actual mechanical pressure with a manual gauge while the engine is off, but the key is on, just to make sure the electronic sensor isn't lying to the computer. Check your oil pressure and engine timing too, because if those are off, they can sometimes trick the system into thinking the fuel pressure is the culprit, when it is actually a deeper mechanical timing problem.